The footage I'm about to show you happened during Dr. Victor Stenger's speech to the Unitarian Universalist Church in Pueblo, Colorado. At the end of his speech, he asked for questions from the audience. And a lot of the questions he got were very inappropriate for a man of his stature. I don't think that people in Pueblo really get to have such a free-thinking experience as having, a world-renowned physicist such as Dr. Stenger debunking God in a church in their town. So a lot of their questions were things like, what do you think of the Shroud of Turin, and what do you think of the 2012 doomsday predictions? And these people were not familiar with his previous works in both physics and apologetics. This man had debated William Lane Craig twice before. So I was happy to see that some people in the crowd did know who he was and know his background, but some of them really didn't. Now, this incident that I'm going to call the De Pineda speech incident was the last person who Victor Stenger called upon in the back of the room. This man had a speech prepared for the entire congregation that was in the audience, and all the guests. He had something to say to everyone, and he felt it was very important. And although his message did resonate with quite a few people in the crowd, I think that maybe his message was a bit misplaced for this forum, and that's tragic, because this guy really seemed like he needed to get this off of his chest, and he had no other way of expressing it to a lot of people. So I felt for him, because I'm a small-time YouTuber. I have videos that have only under 30 views on them still on my channel, and I'm waiting for people to watch these things. And I feel like I do have enough of a voice that I'm satisfied that what I'm saying gets heard, and I really felt for him when I saw him get cut short. So I talked with him after the presentation was over, and I got his permission to show you all the portion of his speech that he did get out to everyone. And I'm going to show you that now, and then I'll have some more thoughts on that.
I wanted to hear what you thought on the subject.
No, in my opinion, it's not that important. It's obviously something
Well,
that,
we're all here to hear you.
that I think, my opinion is that it's good for society, good for humanity to move in that direction. Yes, let me try to get somebody way back.
I'd like to say a few things to the audience here, if I may.
For what?
I'd like to say a few things to the audience, if I may, concerning religion.
Well, do you have a question, or how long are you going to talk?
Oh, no, quite a little.
Okay. Well, why don't you?
Hello, my name is Andres. I'm a free thinker. I have been to several dominations, and they're all like gas stations. They all sell, not give, they all sell the same product. Religion is only one control system in the United States, just like the judicial, medical, political, penal, tax, employment, and other systems. I know that religion is Christianity, like most religions, are founded on fables and mythology. Christianity is the result of a scheming priesthood that has turned into the most perverted system that has ever existed. Clergymen are the most devious group of men who keep mankind enslaved with superstitious doctrines. The Bible is a myth, not a history of people. There was no flood. The Hebrews borrowed the myth. Commandments were a common theme found everywhere in culturistic codes given by God. The Canaanite language and mythology are hundreds of years older than the Hebrew mythology. Stories about David and Solomon are gross exaggerations. Most biblical stories just did not happen. The Hebrew Bible is only a product of the hopes, fears, and ambitions of the people. Where is God? He's been living in the fantasy imaginations and superstitions of the human mind. The devil is a man-made adversary of God, of the God myth. Fear is the parent of religion, superstition, bigotry, and cruelty. Our primitive ancestors stood before the mysterious forces of the nation of natural and assumed the spirits, animated the winds, storms, and animals. God is a verb, not a noun. God as a verb becomes only a symbol for that sacred mystery, the reality that flows through the universe to you and to me. To stand before a mystery, Einstein wrote, is to become spiritually mature. Girls have known for years that the mythological themes like virgin birth, resurrected hero, healing, wise men, stars in the seas, and so forth have been universal stories that can be found everywhere in literature and oral tradition. The reason the clergy does not tell the flocks the truth about biblical literature is that there goes the game called church and money. Down the tube. They push and promote their artificially retained archaic mythologies only to support their institution, the church, and to sell God. This is supposed to be a Christian nation, but only in bylaws. The great religious and spiritual giants of history were not Christian men. The prophets were not church men. Jesus was no church man. It will not be so today. Our first six presidents, and Lincoln, Ben Franklin, and the American hero Thomas Paine were not Christians. Lincoln refused to be baptized, to join or attend any church, any Christian church, but did so at times. He said, "The Bible is not my book. Christianity is not my religion." These men were agnostic deims and had no personal God in their thinking, but only the impersonable providence of deism. Lincoln liked to make fun of the clergy and the church. In a book, the Lincoln preacher stories, many are so rabid that they could never be reprinted or told in public. The clergy of his day did not find them amusing, nor will the clergy of today will. Biblical doctrines state that part of the myth about man being made in the image of God is a direct copy of the Babylonian story of Aruru, formed a mental image of God. A direct copy of the Babylonian story, and Murak, by using his blood to counsel with Seah, the high god and wisdom of Babylonian history. I just want to put in a few more things.
we have.
I know, but this is really important that I gotta say to the people. Please? See, the Republicans,
Although you have a lot of good things to say, but we need to move along. I wanted to.
So, I do salute you, Andrew de Pineda from Pueblo, Colorado, for trying to get your message out. And to reward you for trying so hard, I am sending you a self-addressed stamped envelope so that you can send me back a copy of your speech. Now, I did talk with you afterwards, and you said that that was your only copy. So you can go to the local library and photocopy your speech, or you can just handwrite it out. And if you have any revisions, that's okay. I will read out whatever your paper says in a YouTube video to my audience. And I can guarantee you at least 100 people will watch this video. And they will probably agree with a lot of what you're saying, and they will spread your message. So, until I hear back from you, Mr. De Pineda,